Guys, uh welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to a DIY tutorial. Today we'll be looking at a lovely backpack. Like I told you, for the meantime we'll be making a quick. What we'll be making will not be so explanatory nor detailed, but we'll do our best to make sure that you we'll do our best to make sure that you come out understanding what we've just done. The measurement we are using today is a 15 by 13 inches. This is a 15 by 13 inches. And what we have done now, you'll see the curves. We measured from this end to the top. We measured 2.5 inches, and we measured from this end to where it is 2.5 inches, and we used a curvy something to make this curve. While at the top we used 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches. But before then, you'll be looking at it as if it has a slant. Yes, it has a small slant, and that slant was achieved. I came up by 2.5. Then from this place I came in by 1 inch, then slant it down to that 2.5. Same also on the other side. I came in by 1 inch and slant it down to that 2.5 mark I made before the curve. That is how we came about this curve. So we cut two of this. We cut two of this, which will serve as the front and the back. And this is the pocket. This is the pocket we'll be using for this project. This pocket is measured 9 inches. This pocket is measured 10 inches by 9.5 inches. 10 inches long and by 9.5 inches wide. But there is something I did on this part, because let me remove this, because I want another pattern for the pocket. What I did from this place now, I first of all came up. I came up from here by 2.5 inches. Okay, this is 3 inches. I came up by 3 inches. Then came in this way by 1.5 inch. You see the 1.5 inch. Then made a slant from that place to this place. But this one may not be necessary, since I did something else. What we'll be looking at is I came in. You just say I came in by 2.75, then made a curve. But if you are following the first one, from this 1.5 I came in again by 1.25, and I came down by 1.25, then I made this curve. So from this curve now, I started this curve. From this place I start coming down gradually till this place is 1 inch. You see the little curve I did at the down, 1 by 1 inch, one here, one here. So I just curved it this way and put this stylish curve, so that at the end of the day, you will see how lovely this pocket will be looking. You see how curvy it is. By the time I trace this out, I'll use it also to trace out the other side. I have cut it out. This is the pattern we'll be using for the pocket. We'll get other small material just to add designs. With this now, for me to get the sides for the pocket, for the zip side and all that, is for you to just measure am. By the time you measure around this way, you divide it into two. Like I told you, one side is always bigger than the other side. The zip side is always smaller than the base, than the base point. Likewise, this one, I will measure it round. When I measure it round, then what I get, I will divide it into two. When I divide it into two, the zip side will be smaller than the base of the bag. This is the main body. I have two of this. I cut out two of this for the front and the back. In order for me to get where this zip is going to be sitting on, I measured it round. After my measuring it round, I got 50 inches point 25. So I added 1 inch for allowance, sewing allowance, and I got about 51. But it's always better you have excess, then cut it off, trim it off, than at the end of the day you have your material is shorting. You'll be having need of a joining. Once it comes to joining, it will not balance again. The zipper and the bottom will not be balanced at all. That is to say, when the you started here, the zipper starts here, the zipper will land either down. It will not land in a line. It will not be in a straight line. So I got, it's always better you get either excess. You can add 2 inches allowance depending on how much allowance you use in sewing. You can add 1 inch, you can add 2 inches. So when I got that 50, what I did was, I and this material, I didn't tell you, I'm combining it with this other material. I'm combining it with this material. So I'm using this for the zipper part. And this zipper part, I divided it into two. I used 26 inches for where the pocket will be sitting, 26 inches by 5. 26 inches by 5 inches. I will divide it into two and put my zipper in between. Then this one will be for the bottom, the base. I made it 28 inches. I made it 27 inches. 27 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches. That's what I made it. Why I made it 6 inches is because once you add zipper to this, it opens a bit, a little, just a little. It opens a little because your zipper is always 1 inch wide. It's always 1 inch wide. So 1 inch added to 5 inches is 6 inches. Though I know we'll be taking small sewing allowance from both sides, but nevertheless, we are still using 5 for the zipper part and 6 for the base. So the pocket, this is the pocket side, this is the pocket, this is how I shaped it out. This is the shape we used. What I did was I measured from this point round to this point, and I want this one I will sew it attached to the body of the material. I can either pipe it to this place, then sew it attached to the body. What I got was 24 inches point 5. So I said I want to attach material from here to here, from here to here, while the remaining side will be for zip. I'll just put zipper there. So I divided it. I said, okay, I'll be using 5 inches from here to here, 5 inches from here to here. That's to say 24 inches point 5 minus 10 inches. We are left with 14 inches point 5. So at the end of the day, I'm cutting out 14.25 inches zip cloth, then 5 inch, though I added 1 inch, that's 6 inches, then 15 inches point 25 for the zipper. This is the material. This is what I'll still be using. So we'll be also needing 2 D-rings. We'll be also needing a 3 zipper. We'll be needing 3 zipper. I'm using a size 7 inch, a size 7 zipper for the main opening. Then size 5, I'll be using one of these for the pocket. Then we'll be needing 2 adjusters. Also, and we'll be needing our belts. We'll also be needing our belt, like yesterday's belt. Like previously, if I'm to make just the handle with a strap, just that strap, what I do is I use 36 inches. But this one, because we will not be using the handle, the strap all round, what I did was what I did is that I cut out a 15 inches material by 3 inches, 15 by 3. And I was supposed to be using foam for this, but because I don't have foam, I had to improvise this. It's also a foam, but this is for warmer, but I want to use this. So because I'm using this, I'm cutting out 4 of this, I'm cutting out 4 of this. But note, we want to put our zipper pattern. The zipper, you know that zipper, that I said zipper, that shoulder strap used to have one fancy look, and that fancy look, I don't want to put measurement so that you won't be bent on the measurement. At times you improvise in some things, you just draw out something like this as if you are drawing a leg or a C. Just draw it like this. Just draw it like this. This is how it always looks. This is how it always looks. So you just cut it out. By the time you cut it out, don't forget, if you are to cut another one, make sure you put it the reverse. If you've cut this one this way, the next one should be turned this way to cut, else you'll be having the two of them facing the same side. It's more like getting a two left slippers and not left and right. So I'll cut out this one. You see the way it is now, it looks. If you turn it the opposite way this way, by the time you put it on the shoulder, this is how it will sit. It will sit this way on the shoulder. But if you don't turn it the reverse, you'll be having something like this. You'll be having something like this facing same direction. But if you put it on a reverse, this is what you'll be having. So I cut out a small strap. You can either use a fancy strap. Me, I want to use a fancy strap. Then put this foam in between and sew, then pipe it with this. But you can also use a piping belt to do the piping. I'll be doing all this off camera, but I'll show you the outcome of what we are doing. Thanks for watching. There is one important thing to note. Before you do anything on this pocket, maybe adding fancies or designs or even the zipper part, you will get the midpoint of this place. When you get the midpoint, you measure about 2 inches from the bottom, place it midpoint to midpoint, and use, it can be your sewing your tailor's chalk, it can be pen, anything you know can be visible for you, to trace out this shape, to trace out this shape on the front body. Trace out the shape on the front body, so that after fixing the zipper or doing whatever you want to do on this one, you will now follow that line, the line you traced out, to fix it. Else it will not be balanced. You will not have a balanced pocket. You see, I have traced out my own. If you look at it very well, you see the traced line, and I put a mark where the midpoint of whatever I'm putting, the zipper or whatever I'm putting, is to start from, and this is the midpoint of the bottom. So you trace it out this way. By the time you trace it out this way, you can continue with whatever you want to be doing, you want to do on this pocket. This will help you to easily fix the pocket on this body without stress. I've come to the end of the project. I've come to the end of this project. This is how lovely it looks. You see the pocket, you see the fancy I put on it. That's why I told you earlier that sewing of bags is all about creativity, creating something. I just used this to design it. You see how lovely it is. This is the bottom side of it. You see how lovely it is. I just used that to design it. Then this is the pocket on its own. This is the pocket. I already have something inside it. This is the pocket. This is a small side also. I just used this. I just added this one. I added this one 2 inches higher than where our normal zip cloth stopped. I used this material. I included this. These are just fancies that can just come. I included this. I didn't give measurement for this. I just picked material and put it. With this now, you can put your water and all that. You see how lovely the bag looks. This is how lovely the bag looks. What we did was, after adding this to the front, You see, after I was able to do this, I explained what you do. After tracing and I cut the zip cloth, I added the small panel I told you. After adding it to this, what I did was that I cut this handle. I now thought of putting the handle this way. You see the way this handle is now. I thought of adding the handle this way, and I added this. You can make it 10 inches, 12 inches based on how wide, how long you want the handle to be. From the midpoint, I measured 1 inch gap, and I added this handle. That was all for the front. Then I came to the back side. When I came to the back side, what I did was I did this handle. You see the handle, like I told you, I said I'm using this white material to put a design on it. You see how lovely it looks. You see how lovely it looks. So I put the handle, I added the handle, both this is where the D-ring and the adjuster came in, and I did the same thing. I added the same handle again. I did on the front, I did it on the back. After that, I added a zip. This is an in zip. This is it. You see, you can put something here and it will be saved, and it will be saved. So I added it that way. That was all for the back. And at the same time, I added an inner pocket. You see, I already have things inside it. I added an inner pocket. You see, I already have my materials inside of this bag. I added an inner pocket to it in case you want to keep something inside, and that is it. After adding it, I picked the zip cloth panel. I added the zip cloth. You see how the zip cloth came? I added the zip cloth in the bottom, and I attached it to both front and back. That was just all. This is it. You can carry your bag anywhere you want to go. You can carry it this way. You see how you see how the handle came up. So you can decide to even make it more curvy. Great. Sewing of bag is just all about creativity. You can decide to make it more curvy. You can decide to make it more of more of, it can be anything. But the outcome, you see how the outcome, wow, this is wow. In fact, when myself finished the bag, I was like, oh, this bag is so lovely. I was like, this bag is lovely. It's so lovely. And every other person also testified to the loveliness of the bag. Let me use that English. Let me use that English. So this tutorial, I am sorry I am not carrying you all together from the scratch. But from what we have done previously, from my previous videos, if you have gone back to watch most of my previous video, you will understand where I am coming from. I know I will make out time to make a lengthy and more explanatory videos on all this tutorial again, but for the meantime, I don't want you to be idle. I don't want you to be looking for us. I don't want you to have us out of your mind or something. I don't want us to be idle at all. That's why we are doing this quick video. We are making this quick video. If you look at where I am making this, you see that it's different, far different from where we normally make the other one. So that for this bag. You see how lovely this project is. You curves, you see how we followed it and all that. If you've done something good, the outcome will always give you joy. Like this bag is giving me joy. Seriously, this backpack, this is giving me joy. It's giving me joy on its own. So this is all about creativity. It is all about creativity. I want to appreciate as many that is always all my returnees, that is always coming back to look at us, and those also that is looking at us for the first time. I want to appreciate them. I want to really appreciate you. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. You have to encourage me again, please and please and please and please, 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 please. In fact, if you want me to multiply the please into 1,000 or million times, I will do so. Please encourage us. There are people out there that need to know about what you are watching. There are friends out there are families out there are persons out there, maybe that is distant from you, but needs to know what you are watching, needs to learn from what you are getting also, needs to tap from this knowledge. Why not share this link? Why not share this link to them? Share it with them. When you share it with them, you encourage them also. You help me tell them that we will love them to also share to somebody. In fact, one give two is not a bad idea. It will encourage us to know that what we are doing is being appreciated. And I tell you, our thinking faculty will be open to think of something more and do something really nice. You see the combinations of this bag, you see, at times we keep asking ourselves where it's coming from. But when you are encouraging us, when you like our videos, when you share it, when you encourage others to like and share this video, and at the same time hit the subscribe button to encourage us, forget the remaining. So many things, so many inspiration will come, because we will know that we are not just taking the whole of our time to do something that is not being appreciated. We will know that we are not just wasting all of our time. You see how lovely this bag is. Wow, it's just a wow. It's just a wow. If not that, even me, not as a student, I would like to have this bag for a small journey. You see, just for small journey. I want to go and see a friend. I want to go and see a family. I want to go for an occasion, an event. Maybe 2 days event, 3 days event. This will do. So it's not just even a backpack. This one can even serve as your luggage bag, your traveling bag. Your traveling bag. I know most guys, even ladies now, they don't carry bags. They just carry something easy to go. This can serve as that easy to go. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for subscribing, hitting the subscribe button. Oh, thank you. I want that singing for you, but no, I've already taken most of your time. Thank you for watching us. Bye.